Alright, what's going on, guys? It's GCP here, and I wanted to actually make this video yesterday, but as I was playing Warzone yesterday and I was playing with a bunch of randoms, I just could not seem to get a good pair of teammates, and unfortunately I didn't get really good gameplay, so that's why I did not upload a video yesterday. But today, as I was playing, something magical kind of happened. I was paired up with actual good teammates who were sticking together and knew what they were doing and were capable of holding their own when we got into gunfights. So that helped a lot and actually resulted in me getting my very first Warzone victory. So that was actually kind of cool and it was really fun. And honestly, just one of the things that I'll say about Warzone is that it actually is a great game mode. And honestly, that is hard to say because it is kind of an extension of Modern Warfare. Even though it's not a part of the main game, it has of course a lot of the elements from it, but I will say that it is definitely better than the multiplayer. That's without a doubt. And if you guys saw my last upload where I uploaded a full gameplay of my very first Warzone gameplay, it was actually kind of cool because even though I dropped solo, I made the mistake of dropping solo, without a fill. I thought it was pretty cool that I was still able to get a lot of kills, and I actually got to 4th place, so that was pretty exciting. So if I had capable teammates all the time, then I would get a lot further. But in this gameplay that I'm showing you guys in the background, even though I got into it with randoms, they actually did fairly well and we actually got the dub. So that is exciting. Now I wanted to give this review a fair shake. I wanted to give Warzone the benefit of the doubt and just let you guys know honestly how I feel about it. So one of the things I will say right off the bat is the fact that this is a fun battle royale. Is it better than Apex Legends? To me, honestly, it's not, because Apex Legends is my favorite battle royale of all time. I just enjoy the abilities. I enjoy all the different elements that game mode or that battle royale has to offer. And of course, not everybody will feel that way. I know some people don't enjoy the long time to kill, the multiple body armors and all that stuff, and I totally get it. But to me, it is still the superior battle royale, in my opinion. But I will say this comes second. I used to play Fortnite quite a bit, but Fortnite just got too crazy with all the building and all the crazy elements in that game. It just dropped really fast after the first 2 seasons for me. If I were to rank some of the battle royales, and by the way, I have not played PUBG, so I will not include that. I haven't played HZ as well, so I'm not going to include that. But out of the battle royales that I personally have played, I will say that Apex Legends tops the list for me. Warzone comes in second. Third will be Fortnite, and 4th will be Blackout. I was not really a fan of Blackout. But let me just share with you guys some of the positives that I found in Warzone. One of the things that I really liked is how simple this battle royale is. It's not very complicated. One of the things that they made very uncomplicated is the body armor. The body armor is just one type of body armor. There's not different tiers of it, and you spawn in with 2 pieces already attached to you, and you just need 1 more to complete your kit. And once you traverse the map and once you loot around, you find these different armor plates or body armor, and they will come in handy more often than not, and you can carry up to 5 of them, and they are so crucial. So whenever you get a chance, make sure you always are loaded up on body armor. And one of the first things that you should buy is actually the armor plate bundle if you don't have already some armor plates, because they will be the saving grace for you. And also your teammates. And do not forget, you got to help out your teammates. You got to constantly communicate and also resupply your teammates if you see that they are not kitted up fully with body armor, so that way you guys are always stocked up and you guys are always ready for an engagement, because you guys already know that body armor is going to come in handy when you guys come into engagements, and it's going to help give you that extra layer of protection. Another thing that I really liked about Warzone is the minimap, and again, it's one of the things that we were really concerned about in multiplayer. It's one of the things in multiplayer that doesn't really work properly, but in Warzone, this minimap is awesome. This is the way that it should be working, but unfortunately in multiplayer, they didn't want to make it work properly, but in here they made it work awesome. And you want to change to square minimap because the square minimap will give you more coverage than the circle. So make sure you guys definitely do that. Another thing that I was having kind of a difficult time with was the looting aspect of this game. Now, you have to hold down your loot button or to pick up items, and that was taking too much time to do. So I was asking on Twitter, and a lot of the responses that I got told me to switch to contextual tap, where basically you just have to tap the loot button or the pick up weapon or pick up item. So thank you for those of you guys who have told me about the contextual tap. I really do appreciate that, and it really just helps you loot a lot faster and switch weapons a lot quicker when you're trying to go for the loot, and it gets you into engagements a lot quicker, so you don't have to worry about sitting there and holding down the loot button. Another thing that I really liked is the fact that there is no skill-based matchmaking. One of the things that really is a huge problem in the multiplayer of Modern Warfare is skill-based matchmaking. Now, skill-based matchmaking is not fun. It's really not. If you're going into a constant sweatfest, how is that fun? You should have mixed lobbies. People of all different skill levels come together and play and immerse with each other, and that's what makes for fun. You don't always want to sweat, and you don't always want to come across noobs because that can get boring as well. So when you have a mix of players and skill levels, I think that makes for the best type of experience that you have in any video game. Unless you're playing ranked, then of course skill-based matchmaking makes sense. Another thing that I really enjoyed about Warzone is the gulag. This is something that we've never seen before in any Battle Royale game, and it is actually pretty cool. So what happens is, when you die, when you get downed and then somebody kills you, you get sent to the prison or the gulag, where you will go 1v1 with somebody else who got downed and out. And if you win that gunfight, you're able to respawn back. Not with the same loadout, but at least you don't have to spend 4,500 cash to redeploy. And the fact that you can't go to the gulag multiple times, and you can only go to the gulag once, so they actually made it kind of fair. But if you already went to the gulag once and you won, or even if you don't win, your teammates can redeploy you at a buy station for $4,500, and you could get back into the fight. So that's really, really cool. I really like that fact. Another thing that I've noticed is obviously less camping than multiplayer. And in a lot of Battle Royale games, camping is pretty evident, but I think we've been through, and I've had this conversation with Stereo Rifles, I think me and him were talking about this, that we've noticed there's a lot more movement in this Battle Royale than we've seen in previous Battle Royales that we've played before, because I think people have played enough of the Battle Royale games. I mean, there's so many to go through, and especially for those of us who are Call of Duty fans, who have played Blackout, there was a lot of camping in there. So people have had that experience under their belt and how a Battle Royale is played. So this is not really a per se new experience to anybody. So I think the movement that we're seeing, the less camping that we are seeing, is because of that experience. So I definitely think that plays a key role in here. Another thing that I like is that there is no backpack, and you can just pick up items without having to worry about it. Now, if you're full on all of the ammo and all of the equipment, then you're just not able to pick things up anymore. Another thing that I like is the loadout. You can find these loadout supply drops across the map, and you can have your same setup that you have in the multiplayer, like your creative class, in-game for Warzone. Now that is pretty cool. So I really enjoy that fact. Now, I will say this. With these positives, I do have some things that Warzone can improve in. A couple of things. Number one, the circle needs to close faster. I feel like the circle definitely closes really slow, and of course with this being 150 players or housing 150 players, you have a huge map, which makes sense. You should have a huge map, but you should also have the circle close a lot faster so you don't have that much downtime, because too much downtime makes for a lot of dead periods throughout the match, which can get pretty boring. So you definitely want to quicken up that pace and get the action moving along, so that way the games also don't drag out. Another thing is the squad leader. I don't understand why you have a squad leader if the squad leader doesn't have any point. If everybody can just drop solo, then there really is no need for having that squad leader there. So instead, what I would recommend that Infinity Ward do, take a page from Apex Legends and have the squad master be the jump master, basically, and everybody kind of drops with them all together. And if you want to break off solo from there, you could definitely do that. because dropping solo, everybody just drops solo. I think everybody kind of gets lost. Even though you can ping exactly where you want to drop, people don't know exactly where you want to go. So if you have a jump master that controls where the team is landing, and from there you guys can kind of branch off, I think that would work a lot better. Another thing is the footsteps. I think the footsteps need to be adjusted, because there's a lot of instances where I've had people sneak up on me when they don't even have dead silence, because dead silence is definitely found in this game, but it's very rare. And I have people sneak up on me who I think are wearing dead silence, but they're not. So I think the footsteps definitely need to be worked on over here, and this is one thing that Infinity Ward definitely fails in. Even in the multiplayer, they fail in the footstep department because they're way too loud. In here, they're just not very loud at all when they're within proximity. So I don't know what their situation is with the whole footstep audio, but they definitely need to work on that. And also the gunfights. The gunfights seem like they're closer than they really are when they're maybe 2 towns over, it feels like. So they should definitely work on that. And if they are actually close by, then they should be close by. If they're further away, then you should barely hear them. You know what I mean? So I have noticed that. But as far as the overall experience of Warzone goes, I am really enjoying this game mode. I'm really enjoying this Battle Royale mode. I think that Infinity Ward spent a lot more time working on this mode than they did the multiplayer, and it definitely shows. But I will give kudos where kudos are due, and credit where credit is due, and they definitely killed it in this Battle Royale. And I definitely think if you guys have not given it a try, definitely give it a try. Even if you are not so much a Battle Royale fan, at least try it out. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But it is definitely something that I am enjoying more than the multiplayer, and I probably will be spending more time in Warzone than I will the actual multiplayer. And one of the other things that I forgot to mention is that you can also rank up your weapons. You also have cross progression in this game mode, so you can even rank up your weapons in Warzone and your battle pass as well. So that's pretty cool. So it doesn't mean that you have to play only the multiplayer and all of those things will have or gain XP. You could play Warzone and everything will go up as well. So that is really, really cool, and I'm really glad that they have done that. And also with crossplay, I'm able to play with my PlayStation friends and my PC friends. So that is really, really cool. And this is just an immersive game that we can just have a lot of fun together with. And I think that they did a phenomenal job with it. Of course, there are always improvements to be had with this game mode, and I'm sure that they will fix these in the coming updates. Infinity Ward is pretty famous for all the patches that they have. Just have your hard drive be prepared for all of these needed updates. And that's pretty much it, man. Let me know what you guys think about the Warzone Battle Royale. Have you guys played it yet? What are your guys' thoughts so far? But that's pretty much it. That's my review of Warzone. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And also don't forget to hit the bell to be notified whenever I upload. And with that being said, this is GCP, signing off.